Hello students, today we will start the revision of the unit 3 SQL commands. So students, all of you are aware with the SQL commands, and today we will start again the revision for that SQL. So first of all of you are aware that SQL, the full form of the SQL is structured query language. It is a standard language developed and used for accessing and modifying relational databases. So students, structured query language is used to modify or to access the records from the relational databases. And all of you know that what is the relational database? So the database that is used to arrange the data or records in the form of the tables, then that's known as a relational database. And if you want to access some records, or if you want to modify the relational databases, then we have to use the standard language, that is the structured query language. The SQL language was originally developed at the IBM Research Lab in 1970, and sometimes it also known as SQL. So we can say the other name of the SQL is a SQL, and SQL is a fourth generation non-procedural language. So students, SQL and this standard language is of fourth generation language, and it is known as a non-procedural language. So students, what do you mean by the non-procedural language? So here, a non-procedural language means it only requires what is to be done. Okay, no, it cannot it is not pay attention on how it is to be done. It only pays to the attention what is to be done, what is to be inserted, what is to be deleted, what is to be modified. So only what you have to describe such type of languages. There is no need of to describe the how. Okay, so here pay attention only on the what. SQL is being used by many database management systems, many database management softwares. Some of them are as MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, SQLite, Microsoft SQL Server, etc., etc. And according to the CBSE curriculum, we will detail study on the MySQL. Okay, so students, MySQL. Now after that I will revise the MySQL introduction. So MySQL is currently the most popular open source database software. It is a multi-user and multi-threaded DBMS. It is especially popular on the web, and it is one of the parts of the very popular LAMP platform and Vim platform. So here LAMP stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL and PHP. So it supports the all four: Linux, Apache, MySQL and PHP. And according to the Vim platform, it supports the Windows, Apache, MySQL and PHP. MySQL was founded by Michael Wardenius Monty, David Exmark and Ellen Larson in Sweden in year 1995. So students, I told you that SQL was developed in 1970 in IBM lab, and MySQL platform was founded by the Michael Wardenius, David Exmark and Ellen Larson in Sweden in year 1995. So after that we will introduce with the features of the MySQL platform. So students, it is open source and free of cost. So first of all, its code is freely available, and we can easily access or easily download this software from the internet. And the next feature is the portability. So portability means small enough in size to install and run it on any type of hardware and operating system like Linux, Windows or Mac, etc. So MySQL software is small in size, so it is very easy to install and run such type of software in any type of platform, or there is no specific hardware configuration is required for such type of software. Next is the security. Its databases are secured and protected with password. Every time students, when we will start the MySQL, it demands for the password. Okay, so by this technique or by this security, we can say that the MySQL software is secure. Next is the connectivity. So students, when we will do the project work, then various application programming interfaces are developed to connect with many programming languages. So when we create the project, so we have to connect the many type of front end with the back end. So there are many, and many time we use the back end MySQL because it is a very supportable with the various types of application programming interfaces in which we can create the easily the applications. And now the MySQL support as a background. Okay, now it's a query language. It supports a structured query language for handling database. So MySQL supports a structured query language. So we can handle the database easily by using the query, or by using the SQL commands we can make changes in the database. Now after that, students, we will discuss the types of the SQL commands. So here 4 types of SQL commands are available. All of you are aware with all these things, but only we are revising here. So first category of the SQL commands is DDL, data definition language. So students, which type of command comes in this category? The commands that is related to the definition of the database or table, that comes in the category of the DDL. So here you can see the example, just like create. So if you want to create database, create table. Alteration means if you want to apply the changes on the structure of the table, and if you want to delete the table or delete the database, or drop command is used. So such type of commands that is used to create or modify or to delete the database or table, that comes in the category of the DDL. And the next category is the DML, that's a data manipulation language, students. So here if you want to manipulate, or if you want to make changes in your records, or in the table data, then the commands that is used for such type of purpose, that comes in the category of the DML. Just like select, if you want to display your data, if you want to insert records, if you want to delete records, if you want to make changes by using the update command. So select, insert, delete, update, such type of commands that is used to manipulate the data in the records of the tables, that comes in the category of DML. Now the DCL, data control language. So this language is used to control the transactions like commit, rollback, save point. So if these commands is used for the transaction, and these commands comes in the category of the data control language. In the same manner, TCL, transaction control language, the grant, revoke command is used to control the transactions. So such type of command is used or known as the TCL commands. Here grant command is used to give the right to the person, and revoke is used to cancel the right of the any person. So but students, we have to only uh, deeply study on the DDL and DML, first two categories according to the CBSE curriculum. Okay, so but you have to aware about the 4 categories of the commands, and deeply we will study only the first 2 categories. Now after that we will introduce with the elements of the MySQL. So before starting the work on the MySQL platform, firstly we have to aware with the some important elements of this language or this query language. So here 4 types of main elements: literals, data types, nulls, comments. So students, literals, all of you are aware with the literals that it is generally known as a fixed data value, and it can be of any type, whether it is integer, whether it is float, whether it is string. So which type of value a literal can contain itself, so it's known as such type of literals. Okay, next is the data type. So data type means to identify the type of data that a specific column can contain itself. Okay, so all of you know that we are working on the relational databases, and relational databases means records are arranged in the tabular format, and all of you are aware that a table is a combination of rows and columns. So here which column can contain which type of value in itself, that's decided by the data type of that column. Okay, so here data type means means to identify the type of data that a specific column can contain. Okay, these are the following types. Numeric, if you want to insert the numeric data, then we can select int for integer, float for decimal values, double for the big decimal values, date and time if you want to insert dob, date of birth column, doj, date of joining column. So such type of column, it's of date data type. Okay, so in the same manner, string type, if you want to insert some character type information just like name, address. Okay, so for that we have to set the data type string type, and here we can use the char and varchar both data type. And with data type we have to mention the size of that column, that maximum how many character can contain by itself. Okay, so after that, students, we will introduce with the null value. So if a column in a row has no value, it means it is empty, then column is said to be null. In SQL language we can set the empty cell is that's known as a null cell. Null can appear in column of any data type provided they are not restricted by not null or primary key. And comments. So students, comments, it is a text which does not execute. Comments are used only for the documentation purpose. There are three types of comments are available, and you can see here that slash asterisk, then asterisk slash. This type of symbol is used to mention the multi-line comment, and if your comment is of single line, then we can use both hash symbol. Before starting the comment we have to put the hash symbol, or we have to put the dash symbol before starting the single line comment. So comments is used only for the documentation purpose, students. Okay, if you want to comment, or if you want to document with a specific line with a specific comments. Okay, now SQL command syntax. SQL provides a set of predefined commands. Students, whatever command we will use in the SQL, so that is the predefined. So you have to use according to the requirement, whatever is your work. So according to that requirement you have to use that command. If you want to create database, then we have to use the create database command. If you want to insert the records, if you want to delete the records, if you want to update the records, so everything is predefined there. Only we have to use according to the proper syntax. Okay, so SQL syntax has following elements just like keywords. So keywords are the words that are reserved words and that have a special meaning in SQL, and we can't use these keywords as general purpose. Okay, so select, create, drop, delete, alter, so such type of words are known as the keywords of the SQL. Then statements or command, these are the instruction given by us to the SQL database. Now clauses, commands contain one or more logically distinct parts. Okay, one command can be the collection of the multiple logical distinct parts. So these type of distinct parts is created by using the clauses. So here we can say that the two commands are here, and that two commands are connected with the where clause. Okay, now argument, it modifies the meaning of the clause. So if you want to clarify the meaning of the clause, so we have to use the argument, means the value that is defined with the clause, that's known as the argument. So students, after that we will start the commands practical. Here I have revised the totally the part of the SQL and MySQL that we have to know before starting the practical work of the MySQL.